the second English debate of the year in the intermediate division. The topic for today is laughter is the best medicine. Our judges for today are Mrs. Joyna, Ms. Banerjee, Mr. Mandal and Ma'am Pundi. The order in which the four houses will be speaking today is Allen, Condon, Foy, Park. May I remind the speakers that they shall be given 4 minutes to express their views. After 3 minutes, a bell shall be rung, and after the 3rd minute, the second bell shall be rung. After a speaker has concluded his or her debate, members of the other teams are permitted to ask 2 questions only. If they do not do so within 30 seconds, the speaker will be awarded full marks for rebuttal. So I do urge you to ask questions. Please ensure that the questions you ask are concise and based on the content of the speaker's debate. Without further ado, I shall now call upon the first speaker, Manasvi Gupta of Allen House, to come and express her views in favor of the motion.
With the permission of the chairperson, I would like to begin my debate. Laughter is the tonic, the relief, the surcease from pain. Charlie Chaplin, who is credited with this quote, often incorporated humor into his work to address serious social issues, emphasizing laughter's power to transcend difficult situations. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairperson, members of the jury, and my lovely audience. I would like to begin by drawing your attention to how laughter is cost-free. A funny memory with a friend or a family member, a funny memory from a time when you did something silly, is all for free. In a world where people are burdened with medical bills, laughter is like a free source of relief which heals us. It is like a prescription that works instantly and without risk of overdose. That brings me to my next point. Laughter has a very therapeutic impact on us. Not only does it lighten our mood, but it also induces physical changes in our body. It stimulates organs, soothes tension, improves cardiorespiratory functioning, and, of course, lightens our mood. Positive thoughts and laughter can release neuropeptides in our body, which help to reduce stress and potentially more serious illnesses. When we laugh, several hormones are released in our body. Dopamine, more commonly known as the feel-good hormone, is released in our body when we laugh. Serotonin and endorphins, which contribute to the feeling of well-being, can be triggered by laughter, and oxytocin, more commonly known as the love hormone, can be released in our body when we experience pleasure, which includes laughter. According to a study from Norway, laughter can actually lengthen our lives. In this study, researchers looked at about 50,000 people for 15 years and found that people with a good humor actually lived 8 years longer than their stern counterparts. It is not for nothing that people all over the world attend laughter yoga sessions. Laughter is a powerful social bonding tool. It brings people across age, class, and cultural divides together because we all laugh in the same language. It creates shared memories and inside jokes that create a more empathetic community and bind people together. Life just feels easier when I come home from a bad day at school and my brother is ready to cheer me up by performing silly acts in front of me. Everything just feels better when my friends make me laugh till my stomach starts hurting or someone cracks a joke in a dark, dreary, depressing classroom. When we learn to laugh at ourselves, we learn that life should not be taken so seriously. So ladies and gentlemen, in this short life that we have, let us frown less and smile more. American comedian Billy Cosby hit the nail on the head when he said, through humor, you can soften some of the worst blows that life delivers. And once you find laughter, no matter how difficult your situation might be, you can survive. Thank you.
Judges, please note the speaker was well within the time limit. Questions? Questions? What else?
Mr. Speaker, if a person is suffering from fever, will he start laughing instead of going to the hospital? Because according to you, laughter is a cure-all. Please express it.
Can you please repeat your question?
Mrs. Speaker, if a person is suffering from fever, will he start laughing instead of going to the hospital? Because according to you, laughter is a cure-all. Please express your views.
Thank you for your question, Mr. Interjector. With the permission of the chairperson, I would like to answer your question. See, Mr. Interjector, the thing over here is that obviously fever cannot be cured by laughing, but the process of healing from that fever, laughter helps in that. When your friends come home and remind you of this funny memory that you once made, you feel instantly, you feel better. And furthermore, it boosts our immunity, as I mentioned in my debate, and it just lightens our mood, so it helps us in the process of healing from that fever. I hope I've answered your question. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, you have talked a great deal about the benefits of laughter. However, the motion states that laughter is the best medicine, and you haven't given any concrete examples as to how we should believe that statement.
Thank you for your question, Mr. Interjector. With the permission of the chairperson, I would like to answer your question. Mr. Interjector, I very clearly mentioned in my debate how it boosts our immunity. It releases several hormones in our body which help us to reduce our stress in several other ways. See, when you are suffering from a problem like, let's take anxiety, right? And you remember this funny memory that you once made with a friend or a family member, your mood is instantly lightened up. Or, I know we shouldn't laugh about our friend falling from the chair, but when they do, it really does make us laugh, and it is, it really does lighten up our mood. So laughter actually has so many benefits. It helps us, helps our immunity, it reduces stress. I have mentioned all throughout my debate, I've been giving you examples as to how it is the best medicine. And laughter, the first point that I made is that laughter is cost-free. It does not have any side effects, just like how other medicines do. Laughter does not have any side effects. It is cost-free, and hence it is the best medicine. I hope I've answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Ministry. Participants and judges, please note that since the bell is not working, we'll be tapping twice for the 3-minute mark and thrice for the 4-minute mark. I now call upon Ishan Agrawal to present his views against the motion.
We've all heard the popular saying, laughter is the best medicine. It sounds pleasant, hopeful, even poetic. But today, I urge you to pause and think. Is it really? Is laughter truly the greatest cure to all human suffering, mental, physical, or emotional? I stand firmly against the motion. Good afternoon, esteemed judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends. Let me be clear, I am not here to dismiss laughter. It's a gift, a joyful release, a beautiful way to connect, to unwind. But to call it the best medicine, it's not only misleading, it's dangerously simplistic. Why? Because real problems demand real solutions. Let's begin with the truth that many tend to ignore. Laughter is temporary. Yes, it might lift your mood, make your cheeks hurt from smiling, or distract you from your worries. But the problem, it fades. Let's take the example of a teenager who seems like the life of a group, cracking jokes in the canteen, always smiling in selfies, the one everyone calls the funny one. But what no one sees is the loneliness they go through when they get home, the pressure to fit in, the bullying they silently endure online. They use humor as a shield because being funny makes them feel accepted. Being vulnerable might make them feel rejected. In this case, laughter isn't healing, it's hiding. It's their way of saying, don't look too closely, I'm not ready to show you pain. Mental and emotional pain in people often go unnoticed, precisely because it's hidden so well. The smiling faces, the class clown, the overachiever. They may all be battling battles we can't see. And when we dismiss their plan, their pain with cliches like just stay positive or laugh more, it'll pass, we silence them even further. What they really need is not another joke, but genuine human connection. They need someone to look beyond the laughter and say, it's okay to not be okay. Because no one should have to suffer while silently enduring pain. And the more we glorify laughter as the best medicine, the more we risk ignoring these quiet cries hidden behind those smiling faces. Supporters of the emotion may argue that laughter reduces stress hormones, boosts immunity, and improves mood. I agree. These are scientifically proven benefits. But here's the problem. That doesn't make it medicine. Relief is not the same as cure. Feeling better is not the same as being healed. And let's not forget, laughter can sometimes hurt. Have you ever seen someone laugh at the wrong time? In the face of someone's pain, at a funeral? Laughter in the wrong context becomes cruelty. It can feel like mockery. It can isolate instead of connect. In this case, laughter isn't healing. It's hiding. It's their way of saying, don't look too closely. I'm not ready to show you pain. Shouldn't the best medicine be something that applies to everyone, in every situation, with lasting effect? If laughter can't heal a broken bone, can't cure depression, can't end grief, why then should it be called the best? So, while I admire the intention behind the phrase, I refuse to endorse in the illusion it creates. Let's stop romanticizing laughter as a miracle drug. Let's value it for something what it is. A beautiful companion to recovery, not the cure itself. In the end, let us give laughter the respect it deserves, not the responsibility it cannot carry. Thank you.
Corner House.
What about laughter therapy, which is advised by doctors and through which many people heal from serious problems?
Like I said in my thank you for the question. With the permission of the chair. Like I said in my debate, laughter is temporary and can provide you with temporary relief. It cannot cure you from your hardships that you may be going through, whether it be financial or mental, physical, anything. It cannot cure you from it. It can provide you with temporary relief. It can provide you with a temporary relief and can help you through it, but it cannot cure you from it. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, you have reduced the definition of the word medicine into a pill form or a tonic. You should realize that there are psychosomatic medicine which psychologically affect our brain, and laughter is a clear example of that. Your views on that?
Thank you for the question. With permission of the chair. Like I said previously, laughter is temporary. And I don't think there is a medicine which can make you laugh or endlessly. I don't think that it can cure you from it. All the medicines are there for a reason. The medicines are there for a reason to cure you. Laughter can't be considered a medicine because it cannot cure you. It can provide you with a relief from your pain or hardships that you may be going through. Thank you.
Thank you, Shyam. I now call upon Niharika Bakshi from Corner House to present her views for the motion.
Good afternoon to the House at large. Today I, Niharika Bakshi of Conan House, stand here to champion a timeless truth, that laughter truly is the best medicine. And no, I'm not just talking about the light-hearted and cheesy jokes we hear at family gatherings, though I must admit, even they have their own healing power. But I'm also talking about the deep, genuine laughter that lifts our spirits, eases our minds, and reminds us that even in difficult times, joy is still within reach. Laughter is more than just a response to something funny. It's like a tiny, fluffy, feel-good cloud that floats into your life and brightens everything in its path. It's a natural tool that we use to cope with the stressful, anxiety-filled lives that we live today. When we laugh, our body releases chemicals, endorphins, that boost our mood and reduce stress. It's as if the body knows how to heal itself through something as simple and natural as laughter. Whether it's a long tiring day at school or a moment of tension with friends, one sincere laugh can make everything feel a little more manageable. Laughter also plays a crucial role in our emotional well-being. It boosts our mood, increases positivity, and helps us build bonds that never break. In fact, it strengthens bonds faster than words ever could.
It's like our own personal stress buster, happiness generator, and social wingman, all bundled up into one contagious package. Laughter is something that humans understand, no matter where you're from, what language you speak, or what country you belong to. Unlike words, which can sometimes create barriers, laughter is an expression that instantly connects us. For example, if two people from different countries meet and don't understand each other's language, laughter can instantly break the ice. One simple smile or a laugh can make everything feel so much better. It builds trust, warmth, and friendship, all without translation. It has the power to connect people across borders. Science supports what we already know instinctively. Laughter lowers stress hormones, increases immune function, enhances heart health, and can even work as pain relief. It engages multiple parts of our body, emotional, physical, and mental, all at the same time. And remarkably, it comes at no cost and with no side effects. And I assure you, no man-made medicine can do that for you. But perhaps, most importantly, laughter gives us perspective. It helps us take life a little less seriously. Do not get me wrong. It doesn't erase our challenges, but it gives us the strength to face them with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. In a world where the news headlines are filled with stress, anxiety, bloodshed, war, and corruption, the ability to laugh has become more valuable than ever, and we must cherish it. The next time you feel overwhelmed, do not underestimate the power of laughter. Take a moment out to surround yourself with people who bring out the lighter side of life. And trust me, you'll watch the fog lift and the world seem not so terrible after all. Because laughter doesn't just help us escape our challenges, it helps us face them. In the end, laughter isn't just entertainment, it's medicine, not just for the body, but for the mind and soul as well. Thank you.
Firehouse.
Mrs. Speaker, is there any disease cured completely by laughter? Because I think that laughter just provides relief and act as a vitamin supplement. It is just supportive, not curative. Please express your views.
Thank you for your question. With the permission of the chair, I'd like to answer. Laughter helps us cope with the mental stress and anxiety that a disease, for example, cancer can give us. In fact, in various cancer hospitals, for example, in Sloan Kettering, the doctors there, the specialists advise laughter therapy for the patients because they go through so much mental trauma and distress that they need laughter, and that no medicine can provide you with such happiness. I hope that answers your question.
Sometimes jokes between friends are targeted towards people that might make the friendship stronger. But don't you think that person who the joke was targeted to becomes insecure and their self-esteem might drop?
Thank you for your question. With the permission of chair, I'd like to answer. That depends on how much common sense a person has. You should know, you should have enough worldly sense not to be making fun of other people. That is more of a social rule, and you should actually be making fun of people. That you should, it's not a norm. That's not the joke that you should be finding. But I think that just depends on common sense, and it's more of a generalization. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Niharika. Now I call upon Itash Bansal from Condon House to present his views against the motion.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. Today I, Itash Bansal of Condon House, rise to speak against the motion, laughter is the best medicine. Let us begin by understanding what medicine actually means. A medicine is a treatment or cure prescribed by trained professionals to address physical or mental illness. Now, to make my stance more firm, I would like to ask you all a few questions. Can laughter cure cancer? Can it treat a heart condition, tuberculosis, or a fractured bone? Of course not. Laughter may bring momentary relief, but it cannot replace the science and care behind real medical treatments. In reality, laughter is not a medicine, but a temporary distraction. It may help a person forget their pain for a moment, but it does not heal the body or solve the problem. If someone has a broken leg, we do not tell them to laugh, we rush them to a doctor. Serious health problems require serious attention, not jokes or funny videos. Let's also consider the people who cannot access laughter easily. Telling someone going through grief, depression, or emotional trauma to just laugh it off is not only unhelpful, it can be deeply insensitive. Problems like these need compassion, understanding, support, therapy, and sometimes medication, not jokes or funny videos. Not everyone is in a state where they can simply choose to laugh. And let's be honest, forced laughter can sometimes do more harm than good. A person might laugh and say, I am fine, while hiding deep pain. This creates a false image that everything is okay, making it harder for others to recognize their suffering and offer help. It also prevents the person from reaching out because they feel pressured to pretend they are okay. We must also remember that laughter, while positive, is not universal. What makes one person laugh may not amuse another. It is subjective and therefore cannot be counted on as a reliable or consistent form of care. Medicine, on the other hand, is based on science, measurable outcomes, and evidence. If laughter were truly the best medicine, there would be no need for doctors, hospitals, diagnostic tests, or medicines. But we all know that's not the case. Even common illnesses like fevers and infections require proper treatment. A bacterial infection, for example, cannot be cured by stand-up comedy. It needs proper antibiotics. Waiting and hoping that only a positive attitude will help can actually make the illness worse, even life-threatening. In conclusion, while laughter is a beautiful part of life and can certainly help us cope, it is not a cure. It should be seen as a supplement, something that adds joy and relief, not something we rely on to heal serious conditions. Let's not oversimplify the challenges people face. Real healing requires proper treatment, professional care, medicines, and sometimes just a little patience and kindness. Thank you.
Palaus.
Mr. Speaker, you talked about consistency as a depreciator in laughter as a medicine, but many medicines consistently have setbacks and cannot be, which really depreciate their effectiveness. So that is why laughter can be considered the best medicine.
Thank you for your question, Mr. Interjector. With the permission of the chair, I would like to answer this question. See, everything has pros and cons. Now, laughter, cons of laughter I have mentioned already in my debate, but laughter also has some drawbacks which will be, it could lead to death because some people die while laughing, and calling it a best medicine is not very good because the word best means that it could cure anything. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
I'll announce.
Mr. Speaker, you said laughter is subjective, right? But laughter is a universal language which brings people together across age, class, and cultural divides together. So, what do you have to say about this?
Thank you for your question, Madam Interjector. With the permission of the chair, I would like to answer this question. Laughter is subjective because if a person, for example, if a person is in depression, why would he laugh? I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Dash. I now call upon Naisha Shah from Foy House to present her views for the motion.
a day wasted. Charlie Chaplin. Good afternoon to all present here today. Today I'm here to prove why laughter is undeniably the best medicine. I open with this quote, not for its charm, but for its truth. Charlie Chaplin wasn't just trying to make people laugh, ladies and gentlemen. He was revealing something very essential. That laughter isn't just a distraction or some mere form of entertainment. It is a survival strategy. In my opinion, laughter outperforms medicine. In a world where stress, anxiety and illnesses are everywhere, it is a remedy we cannot afford to ignore. It heals the mind, body and soul. It excels to bring out positive changes within the mind and body of a person who is going under any sort of anxiety or depression. Unlike conventional medicine, it is free, fast-acting, safe and holistic. That's why laughter is the best medicine. Now let me first clarify a very important point. A medicine necessarily doesn't have to be a pill, a pharmaceutical product or a syrup that has to be injected or taken in moderation. Many a times it can be something that promotes healing, improves our well-being and reduces suffering. Physiologically, the benefits of laughter are undeniable. According to Mayo Clinic, laughter increases our immune cells, reduces stress hormones and releases endorphins, which are the body's natural painkillers. It also improves our blood circulation and reduces blood pressure and relaxes the entire body for up to 45 minutes. A study conducted by the American Journal of Medical Sciences has shown that it also improves our vascular strength, henceforth preventing heart diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, just 10 to 15 minutes of laughter a day can burn 40 calories. No pill can do that, not without side effects. No wonder most cities today have laughter clubs to ensure that people have a healthy yet effective way to pump more oxygen into their blood streams and reduce yet erase stress from their lives. The WHO has reported that over 970 million people globally live with mental health disorders. Laughter is immediate, accessible and scientifically shown to reduce symptoms of stress and anxiety. It releases serotonin and dopamine, which are mood regulating chemicals which are also targeted by antidepressants but without the cost or the risk. At Stanford University, laughter therapy has been shown to boost emotional resilience and reduce cortisol levels dramatically. And in real life, it's working. Why? Because even when a patient laughs during chemotherapy, their perception of pain decreases, their hope increases, and their recovery improves. That is laughter in its most human form. Now let's be clear. I'm not trying to say that medicines cannot treat diseases. They definitely can. But laughter treats the person emotionally. And in many cases, that is really needed. It requires no access, no privilege, no prescription, only presence. Medicines are mainly reactive, while laughter is proactive. So what makes something the best medicine? It should be immediate, accessible and deeply human. Laughter does what no drug can do. It heals the heart, sharpens the mind and strengthens bonds, reminding us that we are alive, not just surviving but truly living. That's why laughter is not just a cure, but it truly is the best medicine. Thank you.
You mentioned that laughter, that a medicine could be anything, not just a syrup, pills, but I think according to Oxford University, a medicine is a treatment or cure prescribed by trained professionals to address physical or mental illness. Please comment on that.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Interjector. What you have said is that a medicine is something that is prescribed to us by trained professionals. Many trained professionals also prescribe laughter therapy as a way to reduce stress and anxiety, as it is really proven. Even Oxford University has said that shared laughter increases group bonding and even raises our pain tolerances. So that is a really good proof, and what we're trying to say here is that laughter can't be termed as a medicine because it is just something that will be prescribed by a trained person who's like a doctor or someone. So basically many doctors tell people to take laughter therapy, such as at Sloan Kettering. Doctors have incorporated laughter therapy into their daily care because it really reduces symptoms of stress and anxiety. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, you quoted Charlie Chaplin. Let me quote him again. Quote, I cry in the rain because it hides my tears, which shows that when a person, even a person surrounded by laughter who laughs a lot, can suffer from depression, which has undermined your whole argument.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Interjector. You're saying that Charlie Chaplin also was depressed. Is that what you're saying? Basically, I have said that a day without laughter is a day wasted. And you're saying that he cried and he was depressed, but laughter is actually reducing symptoms of depression and anxiety, and laughter was probably a coping mechanism. It is a coping mechanism for many people who are undergoing depression or anxiety, because it really helps them. It helps them to cope with difficult situations, and it really helps them to reduce symptoms of their depression and anxiety. And maybe why he laughed was because he was dealing with depression and he was battling depression. That is why he laughed a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Maisha. I now call upon Buck Squill from Firehouse to present his views against the motion.
With the permission of the chair, I would like to begin. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, and my worthy audience. I stand here today to speak against the motion that laughter is the best medicine. Before I start my debate, I would like to clarify one point. The word medicine is used in my debate metaphorically to symbolize the challenges which life has to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand against the motion not because I deny the value of joy or the power of a smile, but because I firmly believe that challenging work, not laughter, is the true remedy to life's challenges. Yes, laughter has some benefits, but claiming it to be the best medicine is misleading and exaggerated. My first argument is that laughter can be therapeutic for stress and mood, but it cannot replace medical treatments for illness. While some individuals may find it helpful for coping with challenges, others may not find it as effective, emphasizing that laughter is not a universal remedy. Relying solely on laughter for serious health problems can be detrimental, potentially delaying or preventing proper medical care. In conditions like epileptic seizures, if people try to cure it with laughter, then it can cause serious health problems rather than finding a solution. My second argument is that in practical life, problems are not solved by laughter. They are solved through actions. Yes, laughter has some benefits, but hard work is what helps build a solution or move society forward. Let me give you another simple example. If you failed in a subject, would your parents and teachers ask you to sit and laugh? I suppose no. Students are often advised to focus on their work, on their plan of action so that they may improve their result. Consistent preparation, sacrifice and hard work will help them to succeed, not the long nights of laughter. It is true, laughter lifts the mood, but ladies and gentlemen, it does not write the test. It is consistent hard work that transforms failure into success. While laughter is a valuable tool for coping with challenges and improving mood temporarily, medical conditions definitely require professional treatment. No patient suffering from heart disease, cancer, or a broken bone can be cured by laughter alone. It needs specialized medical care. Moreover, let us consider the progress of humanity. Vaccines, books, bridges, inventions, none of these came from laughter. They are the products of tireless effort, discipline, and resilience. A farmer who plows the field to provide for his family, he isn't laughing. He is laboring. His hard work is the medicine that feeds and sustains his family. A scientist who devotes his energy and spends his years of toils to a new invention does it through rigorous work and not merely by laughing. The COVID-19 pandemic has made one thing clear. The contribution of scientists and medical practitioners cannot be in any way belittled or considered lesser than any other profession. Ladies and gentlemen, let us understand one simple thing. A joke book will not provide solution to life's difficult problems, to diseases. It is impractical and impossible to imagine such a thing. In the movie Patch Adams, Robin Williams beautifully showed how love and laughter can heal. But ladies and gentlemen, life is not a movie. We need to keep in mind real life cases where people need medical aid, not comical relief to heal them of their diseases. It is impractical. In essence, while laughter can be positive and beneficial aspect of life, it is important to recognize its limitation and seek appropriate medical help when needed. So let us not glorify temporary destruction over the enduring power of dedication. With this, I rest my words, but not my words. Thank you.
Allen House.
Medicine heals the body, but doesn't laughter heal both the body and the mind?
Yes, laughter provides relief, but relief is not a cure. If relief was a cure, then eating chocolates and listening to the music is also a cure, and it is also a relief. Then, so I don't think that laughter is the true cure. Thank you.
Allen House.
I don't think that depression, anxiety, or any mental problem could be healed or cured without laughter. Please comment on that.
If we are suffering from any problem, first of all, if we go to a doctor, then he'll obviously advise a medicine, then laughter. And first of all, we need a professional medical care. After that, to forget the past, we need a laughter. Thank you.
Thank you, Paksh. I now call upon Karis Singh from Pal House to present her views for the motion.
A day without laughter is a day wasted, said Charlie Chaplin. Honorable judges, respected teachers and friends, today I, Karis Singh of Pal House, stand here to present to you the motion that laughter is the best medicine. Dr. Hunter Doherty Patch Adams is an American physician, clown, and social activist who believes in treating his patients with love, humor, and creativity apart from the traditional medical services. He founded the Jessamine Institute as a not-for-profit in 1989. His work pioneering alternative and non-insurance funded ways of improving healthcare led him to teach medical students to develop compassionate connections with their patients, especially in children's wards, relying much on humor and play, which he sees as essential to regaining physical and emotional health. His work and research is widely accepted as the cradle of hospital clowning as it is known today. It was immortalized by the Hollywood blockbuster movie Patch Adams, starring Robin Williams in the lead role. As I thought about how to go about this motion today, I was forced to ask myself this simple question. Would I like to have serious, grumpy friends or happy, fun, loving ones? For most of us, I hope the answer is a no-brainer. We would all want the serious, grumpy ones, right? No, that was a joke. I'm sure we all want to be surrounded by happy, fun, loving people. In Proverbs 17:22, the wise King Solomon wrote, "A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones." And today, studies by many universities, medical groups, doctors, and scientists have shown that doses of laughter actually have many health benefits. Laughter boosts immunity. Laughter can help strengthen your immune system by increasing natural killer cell activity, making you less likely to catch a virus. Laughter increases pain tolerance. A study found that people's pain tolerance increased after watching funny videos. Laughter enhances cardiovascular health. A study also found that people's blood vessels stayed open, meaning they had reduced blood pressure for up to an hour after watching comedy. Laughter enhances social connections. The best icebreakers in a room filled with strangers always seems to be a good joke. Laughter can help transform you into a social person when we laugh together. Laughter reduces depressive symptoms. A study found that older adults who were given laughter therapy had a significant drop in depression scores compared to those who didn't receive any therapy at all. Laughter boosts mood by releasing endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine, making you feel less stressed, more relaxed, and more positive about yourself and your life. To sum up, laughter benefits our physical, mental, and social well-being. And what better words to end with than to repeat King Solomon's words from Proverbs 17:22. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Thank you.
Miss Speaker, there are many students who wants to become a doctor. Just to hear that laughter is the best medicine and no treatments are needed. Please express your views.
Thank you for your question. With the permission of the chair, I would like to answer. I do not stand for that laughter opposes hospitals or doctors. Not at all. I think the laughter with doctors together, combined, is something that is very good because laughter benefits our social, mental and physical health. And I don't think it should be a discouragement to medical students who want to become doctors. Not at all. I hope I answered the question.
Alanos.
Should comedians be considered health workers if laughter is a form of healing?
Will you please repeat your question?
Should comedians be considered health workers if laughter is a form of healing?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Should comedians be considered health workers if laughter is a form of healing?
No, comedians should not be considered health workers. Doctors are there for a reason. They don't just get replaced because I say laughter is the best medicine. Not at all. Laughter is something that draws people together in such a way that benefits both our physical and mental health. And that's why I stand here today saying that laughter is the best medicine. Not a replacement for doctors, hospital or treatments. I think they work together very well.
Thank you, Karis. I now call upon Pratham Rao from Powerhouse to present his views against the motion.
If laughter was indeed a medicine, then hospitals would hire stand-up comedians and all that would be available in drugstores would be a handbook of 99 jokes. A very good afternoon to the august house and all gathered here, and I could never be prouder to oppose. Before I begin, a few points on setup then. Firstly, I acknowledge that laughter might have some temporary benefits and may temporarily uplift our mood and morale, but it cannot be considered medicine. It might produce endorphins, but it cannot be considered medicine. Secondly, proposition fails to understand that I am in no way against laughter. The burden of proof on my side of the house is to show why laughter, though a generally good emotion, cannot be compared with actual medicine. Now, getting that out of the way, let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that the burden of proof on the proposition was to prove how laughter is the best medicine, which not only includes its ability to cure diseases, but also how it fits the definition of the word medicine. Unfortunately, they have failed to prove either. The proverb, laughter is the best medicine, ironically enough, is first seen in Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22. This only proves that it is nothing but a literary device fit for metaphorical and not clinical or literal use. The proposition might argue that laughter provides us with emotional support and helps ease tension, which in turn helps us fight diseases. I argue that a get well soon card from your loved ones or a well-timed hug is sufficient in producing better results through human connection and empathy. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, a medicine is described as a treatment for an illness or injury. It is evident that neither does the motion fit this definition medically nor pharmacologically, hence proving my point. Going to the idea or rather fantasy, as I would describe it, of laughter therapy. I know in this world everybody has some degree of depression, and laughter therapy might have found a niche in some small holistic circles, but the proposition fails to understand that it is neither universal nor superior to other alternatives. Take nature therapy, for example, which helps us feel the intangible presence of Mother Nature. It also involves hiking and physical movement, which decreases cortisol levels, burns calories, and improves our cardiovascular health. In addition to feeling peace, art therapy is also a wonderful form of therapy. It doesn't necessarily include drawing and painting, but encompasses any form of creative expression. It helps in letting us vent out negative and depressing thoughts, something which laughter therapy fails to achieve. So even in the department of therapies, laughter is outshone. And even if it was a medicine, it wouldn't even be close to the best. Moving on to my final argument, ladies and gentlemen, laughter is spontaneous and inconsistent, and it cannot be prescribed freely. It is not measurable, which makes it inferior to other forms of medicine and therapy. Laughter is subjective for everybody, and its results are highly variable and anecdotal. Something that might be funny to me can be considered offensive by others. Any research on laughter shows varying degrees of effectiveness because of its unpredictable nature. To conclude, I would like to say that however philosophical and beautiful the arguments of the proposition sound, they are not logically applicable. There is no scientific or medical source which can claim without any deniability that laughter is the best medicine. In fact, it is not a medicine at all. It is a proverb, only fit to be used as one. It is a feeble coping mechanism. Modern medicine, backed by decades of research, excuse me, and innovation, is what is clinically applicable, and not memes or punchlines. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen of the House, with all firmness and resoluteness, do I affirm at last and once again that laughter is indeed not the best medicine.
Questions? Corner.
When people are hurt, they can't walk or move to create art, as you mentioned, or to go outside and walk and view nature, nature therapy. So laughter is the only option, and then that is why laughter therapy could be the best medicine or best therapy.
Thank you for your question, Mr. Interjector. With the permission of the chairperson, I would like to answer your question. So, I think everybody who listened to my debate carefully would have also heard the mention of art therapy, which helps in letting us vent out negative and depressing thoughts. And if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Interjector, it was you who said, and I quote, that if somebody breaks a leg, we can't just say that, laugh it off. Thank you.
Alnos.
Don't you think mental health is just as important as physical health, and laughter directly improves mental health and it does not have any side effects either like other medicines?
Thank you for your question, Madam Interjector. With the permission of the chairperson, I would like to answer your question. Again, the same thing is being repeated again and again. It is as if nobody actually heard my debate. I really am sure that I definitely mentioned two other forms of therapies which provide better results than laughter therapy. Number one, nature therapy. Number two, art therapy. And I would not like to get into the details of that again, but the only thing I would like to say is that no, laughter is not the best medicine, because even if it was a medicine, it wouldn't even be close to the best. And even if we consider it as a therapy, there are so many other alternatives, many of which I have not mentioned, because if I did, I would definitely go over the time limit. Thank you.
Thank you, Pradhan. With this, I invite the audience to come up and present the views while the results